Howdy. Today we will be taking a look at X-Transbots Commander Stack. And, you know, the more I look at him, the more I think he kinda looks like Ultra Magnus from Transformers Generation 1. But that's probably just a coincidence. This figure comes with one static minifigure, two transparent eyepieces, one blaster, and 5 alternate face sculpts. Now, Commander Stack isn't your average transforming action figure. Actually, I wouldn't necessarily call any of these average, but my point is, it's got lights and sounds. Now, I won't be showing you the sounds because, well, I mean, you can check out other reviews for that, and I don't think the sounds are very good. But I thought the lights were cool because we don't often see that. So, to change out the batteries in the lights, you have to remove the front of the helmet and then remove the face. Each one of these faces has a set of removable eyes. They all come installed with the painted eyes in, so you have to remove them, and depending on the size of the eyes, you replace them with the applicable transparent eyes. You can then install the face back on the front of the kind of base of the head using this little H bracket and these two little slots that you can stick it over. Now, unfortunately, I'm doing this in a little bit of a backwards order because to remove the LED board from the head, you actually have to remove the face and utilize a pretty small screwdriver to remove the 2 screws on either side of this base headpiece. Unfortunately, with a lot of these figures, even at this larger scale, the electronics aren't really built into the figure in a way that kind of locks them in place. They're just kind of loosely sitting on some plastic tabs that have been put in place to just kind of hold them there. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to mess around with it as the head just falls apart as soon as you remove the screws. But this is the tiny little circuit board that you're going to be inserting the batteries into. Now, you're going to be using these LR521 batteries, also known as SR521 batteries, also known as AG0 batteries, also known as 379 batteries. Battery nomenclature is an absolute nightmare, but these things are really tiny, and if you would believe it, these aren't even the original batteries they wanted you to use in this kit. They wanted you to use LR621 batteries, which are slightly larger, but I think they realized that trying to fit these tiny little batteries in here with such not low dimensions, but like small tolerances, small dimensions, was really challenging, so they actually updated their instructions so that you now use LR521 batteries instead of LR621 batteries. And again, these are pretty challenging to insert, as you can see here, but I would show you what these lights look like. I've tried double pressing, long pressing, single pressing, and they just don't work.
Huh? Wait, you've actually gotta be kidding me. Hold on. This did not just work on camera, dude. No way. Okay, this is actually hype though, because like... Okay. Insert it into this thing first. The front of the... Well, it's not even the front, like the middle of the head, I guess. Boom. Okay. Get the screws back on here. Dude, I gotta do more stuff on camera if it's gonna start working like this, cause holy moly. Also, I should mention, this is after I've already ordered a replacement from X-Transbots, so... Well, now I'll have an extra. for fun, you know? Okay, but I'm actually so hyped to see this working.
While my colleague gushes over the fact that the LED lights are now working, I think it's worth mentioning that the heads actually have 2 different thickness of eyes, so the eyes that you install in the face depend on the face that you're using. Anywho, back to my colleague.
Yo, hold on. This is hype. That's so sick! That's so cool! Like, tell me that is not, like, just so cool. Now, if only he had a better neck, am I right?
You are right, and in robot mode, Commander Stack is, I'm just gonna say it, this figure is almost perfect. Yeah, I mean it, almost perfect. There are 3 things that I believe keep this figure from perfection. Number 1, the paint. At this point, you've probably all seen Fans Toys Marge, whatever. And man, it's just beautiful, right? The paint Fans Toys uses is just beautiful, and we know X-Transbots can do it too, because they've released figures like X-Transbots Claw 2 covered in metallic paint top to bottom. They've released figures like X-Transbots Bond James covered in this beautiful blue metallic paint. Even the paint they have here on the gun looks more attractive than the paint that they use on the rest of the figure. But that's issue number 1. Issue number 2, the neck. This is, I would argue, the biggest problem with this figure. He is not towering, but compared to some of the smaller figures at this scale, I mean, it's right in the name. He's a commander, so he should be able to look down to speak to his, subordinates, if you will. And he just can't do that unless you activate the ab crunch, which, by the way, is absolutely fantastic. And number 3 is actually having to do with the eyes. It's a shame that you have to switch out the painted eyes for the transparent eyes for the LEDs to really shine through. It's a shame because we've seen figures like Fans Toys Etherion be able to pull off these amazing reflective paint eyes that also let LED light shine through. So there's 3 things that really keep this figure from perfection for me, but it's so good. I don't think I need to tell you how good the articulation is. Just look at the video. He's got a double jointed elbow that can get covered up when you're not using it so it doesn't mess with the proportions, and he has lateral flexion. Look it up, this guy can lean. Like, tell me another figure that can lean. Except maybe Optus Pexus. Here's how X-Transbots Commander Stack scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Sweep, and Leader Class Grimlock. Here's how X-Transbots Commander Stack scales with Fans Toys Variator, Takara Tomy Masterpiece Prowl, Magic Square Light of Peace, and Takara Tomy Masterpiece Skyfire. In his vehicle mode, Commander Stack is a car carrier. In his vehicle mode, this is where that third-party black magic comes out to play because, where did this come from? Where did it come from? That red box that was in his torso just an hour ago, if you would believe it, has turned into this pretty sizable white cab, and the arms and legs turn into this trailer. This is an astonishing feat of third-party engineering, and this figure is not small at all. You can see here that he can carry all kinds of figures. Just in this shot alone, he's carrying Takara Tomy Masterpiece Hound, Takara Tomy Masterpiece Streak, Fans Toys Variator, Fans Toys Parkour, and Fans Toys Hunk. All at the same time. This guy is big. But man, the engineering to get here is exhausting. I cut out the transformation from my videos to keep them small, but please check out the transformation video for this one because it took a long time to film. Here's how X-Transbots Commander Stack scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Artfire, and Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime. Here's how X-Transbots Commander Stack scales with Fans Toys Parkour, Takara Tomy Masterpiece Streak, and Magic Square Light of Peace. I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at X-Transbots Commander Stack. I got this figure on
eBay.
If there are any other figures you'd like me to take a look at next, leave a comment down below. And as always, I'm Leo, reminding you that plastic toys don't belong in plastic prisons. See you next time.